How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Star Wars Oddball. Today we're going to take a look at the IPV-2C stealth Corvette seen during the Battle of Christophsis. After discussing the vessel and a few other known stealth ships, we're going to see why this technology wasn't used on a larger scale. So strap in as we dive into the world of Star Wars stealth warfare. The IPV-2C stealth Corvette was developed by Sinar Design Systems. It was around 100 meters in length, had two dual laser cannon turrets located on the dorsal and ventral side of the ship, and 4 proton torpedo launchers. But what made this Corvette extremely special were its 28 cloak projectors located on the exterior of the hull. Like I said earlier, this vessel was introduced during the Battle of Christophsis. The Republic wanted to use it to resupply the extremely battered forces engaged on the ground, including that of Senator Bail Organa. It's important to remember that the ship was highly classified, and was only a last resort after the Republic forces failed to break the legendary Admiral Trench's blockade. After Anakin Skywalker was assigned to pilot this stealth Corvette, you knew the mission wouldn't be a cut-and-dry blockade run. Anakin saw that the forces on Christophsis would need more than just a resupply, and thanks to the new starship at his disposal, he engaged the Admiral. This brings us to the topic of stealth craft warfare in Star Wars. In this episode, we see Anakin draw the attention of Trench. He does this after witnessing Hyena bombers heading for planetside, so he engages the Providence-class dreadnought with proton torpedoes. Obviously, these proton torpedoes do nothing against the extremely strong thermal shields of the dreadnought. But what we learn is that the stealth Corvette has to disengage its cloaking projectors to utilize its weapons. That means that the vessel is really only good at engaging in hit-and-runs. You could say that yes, this stealth Corvette is not meant to engage in attacks like this, which is a valid point. Really, it only works as a recon vessel, blockade runner, or on very specific strike missions. I do believe you could make the stealth Corvette more powerful by equipping larger weapons, and that's exactly what Williff Tarkin does. He modifies this vessel with it now having turbo lasers, laser cannons, ion cannons, and proton torpedoes. But why don't we see larger capital ships utilize these cloaking projectors? There are no cannon star destroyers or similar that utilize cloaking technology. Frankly, it's because of the cost, and not to mention the fact that equipping large warships wouldn't be beneficial in the long run. The cloaking systems are required to be powered down when utilizing weapons, and not to mention that the enemies could use the vessel's magnetic signature to target them. Really, the only use for the cloaking device would be for surprise attacks, but when you have hyperspace, why bother? I really like the idea of cloaked vessels, and that episode of Clone Wars had a lot of nods to submarines in it, which I thought was fun. But Star Wars doesn't need cloaking technology, because there's already so many other devices that are cheaper and less complex. I will mention that Darth Maul's vessel, known as the Scimitar, was different, as it utilized special stigma crystals from Atian II. We will for sure take a look at that vessel and all the other interestingly modified Sith craft in a separate video. Thanks for watching today's video. Tell me what you think about the stealth Corvette and cloaking technology in Star Wars. Is it worth it, or does it serve a useless function? Subscribe to the channel for more Star Wars content, and like this video if you enjoyed the topic. Have an incredibly nerdy day, and may the Force be with you.